Hi everyone, and welcome to our very first podcast episode as a group of marketers. My name is Christopher Malotti from Malotti Media Copywriting and Message Marketing Bureau, and I help people and businesses get the most impact out of words. I'll introduce you to everyone else.
Hello everybody, my name is Kristen Hancock. I'm from Font & Swatch Branding and Design Agency, and we assist people to refresh and remarket themselves.
Hi, I'm Arielle from Two Giraffes. We are a full-service video production and animation studio.
Hi, I'm Mike Sandys, Managing Director of Oddball Marketing. We're an action-orientated marketing agency.
Great, thank you guys. And so this is the very first episode, and we're going to cover a particular topic that we all encounter, and that is marketing content, quality and quantity. Where should we be playing? And so obviously the default discussion is we want quality over quantity. And so that's what we're going to be discussing today. So it's something that I know personally I get asked a lot is, oh my gosh, it's, there's this economy where we go, how can we push things out faster and with speed? And the problem is that while quantity is a good sort of place to be because of the economy of marketing today and content marketing, we want to make sure that it's always got that quality aspect to it. So I'm going to open the floor and we will discuss this. So Kristen, do you want to start as a branding agency?
Yeah, absolutely, Chris. Quality versus quantity, it's the conversation we have with our clients all the time, particularly as you say within a social media context. The number of times we have clients picking up the phone saying, yeah, but my competition has put out all of this quantity, all of these posts, and we're not doing enough. From a branding perspective, we always work strongly on making sure that your message is first and foremost. It's about getting your message right and that you get the quality right, because you must build trust with your client base. You build that through consistency of messaging, consistency of brand appearance. So for us, always quality over quantity. Make sure the message is right and right first, because if you post off-brand, if you consistently post off-brand, you will do so much more damage to your brand than actually just posting out there a lot of quantity and a lot of what I would call clickbait. And the big impact that has for you as a client or as a business is that as soon as you lose somebody's trust and you've lost them through that poor posting, the road to capturing them is so much longer than just being a little bit more methodical, taking a little bit of extra time and building it slowly. Much stronger scenario. So for us, definitely from a branding perspective, always focus on the quality, focus on getting the message correct and getting that consistency to build trust, always over quantity.
Correct. And this is the danger that we have today, is that because there's so many mediums and channels available right at our fingertips, there is this temptation to, push as much stuff as we can out there. And that's where we get the quantity problem. And so that's what we face. I mean, Arielle, how do you find this in the video space?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, everyone has a smartphone these days and it has a video on it. And depending on your company, I think if you're a small business, you're a bootstrap business and you want to get yourself out there, it's okay to pick up your phone and create a video in that manner. But when you're a corporation and you have a certain brand that you need to push, if you just start willy-nilly creating videos, you could really affect your whole brand perception to your audience, and that can really cause a lot of lasting damage. So not having proper strategy around the videos you're putting out there and the platforms that you're putting those videos on can cause more damage than good by having more content on your page.
Yeah, and I actually use the analogy with my clients of your audience are like little kids. They're like sponges, right? And so if they don't know what they're learning, but they know the gist and the themes of what you're doing. And so what happens is if you pumping out quantity content that is very average, then they're learning this. They don't understand what they're learning, but they're getting this message of average. And then what happens is then you wonder why they have this average attitude towards your brand.
Yeah.
Mike, from a marketing agency perspective, what do you think?
Well, look, I think there's two things there. One, from a branding communication aspect, I think you're absolutely right. When you look at people and building trusts with your brand and the experience they're going to have, whether it's through a product or a service. If your communications, whether it's content, whether it's the brand, whether it's the video, that's a direct reflection of what people are going to experience when they get your product or service. So if it's substandard, the immediate expectation is that, hang on, what I'm going to get, it's not going to be, the quality is not going to be there. So, and to your point, Kristen, the trust is lost.
Exactly. And if it's not consistent as well, it's the same as what we find as well. So if you've put out content that sends one message one week and a different message the other, then they've absorbed that. Now the subconscious is always awake. Now, as Chris says,
Agreed.
it can be for your client or your customer could be, in one sense, treat them like they are children. Children absorb everything.
That's what I mean.
And their subconscious absorbs it all. So if you have a inconsistent message to them, they observe inconsistency, and that's how they play back your brand to you.
Well, that's the whole the old adage in marketing, right? Repetition builds trust.
Exactly.
So if you've got inconsistency, there's no repetition there.
Yeah.
So you're missing out that whole opportunity. From a lead source kind of approach, I mean, we often get asked by clients when they sort of come in and they say, I need more leads. That's what I want. I just want more leads. Like, I want the phone ringing. Give me more.
How does this happen?
Yeah. So from our point of view, it's like they want as much quantity as they possibly can. And one of the things that we sort of have to sort of chat with them about is saying, well, hang on, just remember that leads are actually a vanity metric, right? It's just, okay, it sounds great that your phone's ringing all the time. So, my marketing must be working. Yeah, but what's the quality of those leads? And how many of them are you actually converting into a sale? Because it's all well and good to go out there and say, I can get lots of leads and lots of business doing all kinds of marketing. And that's easy stuff. But when they actually inquire on whether you can then convert them into a customer, well, that's the real difference, because you're wasting your time if you're going to get a lot of content or a lot of quality, a lot of leads, but without the quality there.
Agreed.
We kind of get that with video, but it's more when they see their competitors having video content going out, they'll call and say, we want to get something out next week. Let's create a video, right?
Knee-jerk reaction.
And they're not thinking it through. Well, who's your audience? Why are you putting this video out there? What's the purpose of it? What are you trying to attract from it? What do you want them to think and feel and do once they've watched this video? And it's worth taking that time to create quality content in order to get the quality leads that you want and the quality feelings that you want from that video.
In terms of the way we work with the content and stuff that you guys create, if we have poor quality content, then it doesn't matter how much promotional work we do. We go out there and we can
to the ground.
that's it. We can promote it to the wazoo and get as many people checking it out, looking at it and stuff. But we ultimately know that, hey, and I guess here's the interesting thing too from a marketing, especially when we're talking about digital marketing, because you're paying for those eyeballs or those impressions, right? So we pay on a cost per click or a cost per impression. That's where we're paying the money. So if we just do this blanket campaign with average content out there, we're paying to get these eyeballs, and then they're not going to convert into an actual customer. For us and working with clients, it's actually much better to work with quality content and do less of it and spend less in terms of the actual advertising and marketing of it, knowing that those people that are going to see it are going to engage with it and actually take that next step. And then end up actually purchasing, which is ultimately what we're all in business for.
And look, I think we've definitely made the point. We are big fans of quality over quantity. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us for our very first episode. Thank you, everyone, for being part of it, and we will see you in the next episode. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.